Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Consumer Shorthand classes. Get ready. 5 seconds. Mr. Chairman, let me at the outset thank you for giving me this opportunity to take part in the discussion on the appropriation bill. I am not going to bore the honorable members with a long speech. I shall confine myself to some important points that I had not been able to refer to during my speech on the general discussion on the budget. Because of lack of time, I wonder whether it will be possible for me to cover all the points even now. Anyway, I shall make an attempt to bring one or two points to the notice of the government. In spite of assurances made on the floor of the House and also press releases by government, there continues to be frequent power cuts. Such power cuts affect normal life very much. Besides, the agriculturists are put to a great hardship as the people are not informed beforehand about such power cuts. Such power cuts create lot of difficulties and problems to the people. Whatever be the reasons for such power cuts, it is the duty of the government to see that something is done to put an end to such power cuts. I shall now pass on to the difficulties experienced by the women folk, especially in the villages. It is a pity that even after 40 years of independence, it has not been possible for successive governments to provide adequate quantities of good drinking water to the people. In my opinion, there cannot be any valid excuses. It is the sacred duty of any civilized government to provide the elementary necessities of life, such as water, to the people. Instead of blaming the financial crunch, the government should take earnest steps to solve this problem in right earnest. Then I would like to highlight the problems of the tenants in cities and towns. The Rent Control Act is only on paper. The provisions of that act are not properly enforced to help the tenants. Most of the sections in that act are more favorable to the landlords than the tenants. The government should suitably amend the act so that it can help the tenants. Dear sirs, your letter of 1st March was received by us this morning. We are extremely sorry to learn that an error was committed in the execution of your last order and that the mistake caused you much inconvenience and trouble. We immediately gave instructions for the re execution of your order, and this is being done under the supervision of our manager. We hope to place this fresh consignment on rail tomorrow and trust that its early arrival will help you to overcome the troubles arising as a result of faulty execution of your last order. On inquiry, we find that we had another order in the factory for similar goods and that an inexperienced clerk confused the instructions relating to the respective orders. We have, of course, taken steps to prevent any possible recurrence of this regrettable mistake, for which we trust you will accept our sincere apologies. In answer to the latter part of your letter, we are sorry we are unable to offer any reduction in the prices of confectionery. Although the sugar market has weakened somewhat reasonably, the prices of this commodity are still very much above normal. Furthermore, notwithstanding the fact that sugar advanced as much as 2 rupees a kilogram during the past year, at no time we had asked an increased price of more than 1 rupee from you. As regards the future, much will depend upon the result of the forthcoming meeting of the Sugar Convention, which we await with interest. In view of this, we have decided to increase the prices by a little, assuring you of our best services. Yours.